Hey guys, welcome back for myself and for you. If you haven't already noticed, I was gone for quite a while. Some things have been going on. If you've seen my Instagram, I did post a notice, but we found out a little while ago that we are expecting. So this happened, I don't know if you can tell, this happened back in November, where a lot was happening. So I had some job stress, and then right around that same time where it was getting a bit stressful with work is when we found out we were expecting. And then obviously first trimester was a bit of a roller coaster. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been going through and how it's been affecting jiu-jitsu / health, and what I'm doing to try to combat that, just to continue to move forward. Just because I do feel like you come in with a plan, and it always you don't know what to expect when you are expecting. So the first trimester, I had a lot of fatigue. It was not just because your body is going through all the changes, but I was not sleeping. I had really bad insomnia. If any of you females are out there and you've already been pregnant, you may have experienced this, but it affected my jiu-jitsu because I wasn't able to make it usually in the evenings to training because I was so tired. I'd be out by 8 o'clock, 8:30, passed out, trying to sleep 9 hours, and wake up, I was good to go, but then I would be pooped out and exhausted by 6 p.m. as soon as I got home. So the training really fell off, if I'm being completely honest. It was really hard. I tried to make my days on Saturdays and Sundays, but then I would also get pretty bad nausea. Thank God I wasn't one that threw up a lot, but just be real, I think I survived the first 6 to 9 weeks with like quesadillas, cheese, guacamole, and hopes and dreams, because for whatever reason I just had a really hard time having normal meals. I ended up switching, prenatals, which was helpful. I can go into that in a different video, but really making sure that I could just work through step by step. But it was really discouraging initially because I thought of this plan of I'm still gonna make it work, I can adjust, I can adapt, and then it was just a big whirlwind where my body was so exhausted that nausea would hit at nighttime, not in the mornings, and my eating was so all over the place. And I'm somebody that does like structure and meal prepping, and you guys have seen I enjoy being healthy, and I felt like it was a really big battle for me. So now training, I'm starting to come back. I'm technically now into my second trimester. A lot of those feelings are gone. The symptoms of fatigue are a lot better. The insomnia is still kind of around, unfortunately, and now I'm training a little bit more, but it's still been extremely tough. So I started to try to just weight lift because I can be done earlier. I can kind of control how I'm feeling if I need to slow down right away, because a big symptom I still kind of get is lightheadedness, kind of dizziness, and it happened a lot up until week 10, 11. I was constantly, like, if I'd stand up or if I would turn or something slight would change my head motion, I would feel crazy lightheaded. That's gotten a lot better, but I started to come back at least twice a week. It was still really inconsistent. It's just been really discouraging, but I'm really trying to just take one day at a time, honestly, like 1 week at a time. And so I had finally felt like I was getting back at it this week. Went to the gym, felt really good. I went to jiu-jitsu. There was one day about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I'm just gonna kind of let you guys know this is for real. So I managed to make it. I was probably week 12 at this point, and you have just a lot of hormones going on. It's like PMS times 10 right now, or not, now it's in waves, but back then it was pretty consistent where I just would like want to cry for no reason, and I had all these emotions, anxiety was ramped up. And so I was like, I should go to jiu-jitsu even if I just show up, right? Like, just show up. So I get there and I basically tell my instructor, like, I think I just need to kind of watch, and I'm gonna train or drill with Tony, because he's been my go-to partner right now, since obviously you have to be more selective in the beginning about who to train with and who you trust, and like you don't know how your body's going to be. So I've been training with him primarily in class, and I was just so upset and dealing with so many emotions that I was about ready to cry on the mat. Not for any major reason except for hormones, and I guess I just feeling discouraged about what I thought would go on versus how I really am handling it all. And you don't know what you don't know, right? So just taking each step forward, I told him I don't think I'm gonna train right now, but I want to watch. So I ended up just taking a step back and watching and just letting myself kind of come back down. Now leading into the second trimester, I feel a lot better, like I can control things. However, when I came back this week feeling strong, in the morning I had noticed a little bit of spotting, and I was pretty nervous because the night before I had reached out to my midwife and I had cramping. And if you guys know what that means, it's not always a good sign. So I had messaged her saying that I had noticed some spotting, and so I went in for another ultrasound. And thank God the baby's fine. The baby's actually going to be probably a triangle go-to fighter because their legs and body are doing really well. They're actually above average, obviously, because mom and dad are pretty tall. But the reason why I was spotting was because I had some bleeding that was going on between like the placenta and the uterus. And it's okay and can heal, but they don't want you doing things that are more stressful on your body, whether physical or mental, emotional, because it can create like a larger drip or leak that's going on with the blood into the placenta area where the baby is. So they were like, it's gonna heal, it's gonna be fine. But now I'm not technically on bed rest, but for the next few days I'm supposed to just be like walking and doing very light activity because I have to wait for that to heal. So not sure what happened, not sure how it happened. I'm just grateful that the baby's fine, everything's going great. My goal right now is just to start to show up 1 week at a time, keep you guys in the loop and just be real with you guys. Like I said, it's been really tough mentally and physically because I was somebody that was go, 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 you're not stopping me, you're not holding me back. I think that was hard to acknowledge. I already do want to cry right now just talking about it. So the hormones are real, but it takes a toll. Sorry. It takes a toll because you're used to having this go mentality and the fight mentality. Never back down. Readjust the plan, go back and execute, train to compete, and then a lot happens. And I think it's frustrating because you now know that you have to take care of something inside of you and you're not at your peak capacity to. And then it's more of a demand because you're working through kind of dying to yourself a little bit more. And I'm grateful and I'm really blessed that I'm going through this because not everybody has the ability to, but I don't think enough people talk about when you have high expectations of yourself in training. As long as I have, and then it takes a halt, it hurts. but I know that jiu-jitsu is always going to be around. I've actually had an awesome support system. I've had very good conversations with people that have gone through, you know, different pregnancy symptoms and the journey. And I am optimistic that I'll, you know, come back. I'm sorry that I'm crying. I hate crying in front of people in general, but I said I was going to be real, so here you go. So yeah, my plan is to just come back one video at a time, you know, showing up consistently for you guys, letting you guys see how it is to train, all the ongoing journeys that it's going to be like from here on out with my eating and my clothes. I don't even know how the gi's going to work with these pants. It's going to be real fun. But the idea is to basically show back up for you guys, let you guys in on the journey, bring more value, how I'm training while I'm pregnant, how I've managed to come back with a lot of being hit mentally and emotionally. It's a lot of hormonal changes. It's like crazy. But ultimately give you guys some guidance on how to manage it as well, because obviously it is a life change. So I appreciate you guys for watching, for supporting. I will be back consistently. I'm going to do my best to always be real with you guys, and I appreciate all your support and love, and I'll see you in the next video.